Hello Warfighters, War is Hell. Welcome to the next episode of me playing with the 183rd Air Assault. We're participating in a deployment right now called Operation Red Tiger. I'm excited because I helped write the missions for this, which is always fun to be able to do. And of course, if you guys want to be able to join during this deployment, you definitely can. I'll put a description in the link below where you guys can find your way to the 183rd. But we are in South Korea for what is called Operation Red Tiger. Now, as part of this deployment, cause and effect is going to be a big part of what we do. For example, if you're killed twice in a mission, you're out, so you kind of have like a permadeath scenario going. Makes you a lot more cautious and a lot more careful about what you're going to end up doing. But then also, too, we've got different assets in the mission that we have to make sure that we hold on to and we don't lose, because if we lose a particular vehicle or other asset at any point during this deployment, we may very well not be able to use it for the rest of the missions. For example, if all of our helicopters go down, well, we're either on foot or taking vehicles the rest of the way until this deployment is done. So because I kind of helped write the missions for this and the scenarios for them, I'm going to start off here by giving a briefing to everybody in the 183rd about what exactly is going on. And then, as usual, I'll cut in every now and again to kind of set up the rest of the mission and also let you know what's going on with this. So have fun. Welcome to South Korea. We are here because anti-government protests are flaring up all across the country. In recent months, these anti-government protests are being aimed at making Americans and other foreign forces withdraw from South Korea in hopes of increasing relations with North Korea. So you can imagine, very, very difficult time here in South Korea. Most of the South Korean forces who are on the DMZ have actually been pulled into Seoul and other large population areas to kind of suppress these protests. It's getting crazier all the time. The government has, of course, said that they want to maintain relations with the United States and have their forces here. So while the South Koreans are trying to quell these anti-government protests, American forces as well as other countries are being put up on the DMZ. That would be us to kind of take their place. Because the country is pretty split right now, our mission today is to go take a look at the populated areas around here and kind of get a feel for where they're at. There's been reports that in other places along the DMZ that Americans have been positioned. Some of the population centers are actually hostile to us and have actually engaged American forces. So as we go out, we do have to be on our guard today because we don't exactly know how this population feels about us. So that should cover it.
Yep, very okay. Take a seat. Right, everyone bring up their maps and find us on the northwestern side of the map area. Okay. No one use the fucking lasers. Right. I only want to see one laser here because this is get confusing. If you zoom in enough, you can see the map and you see the patrol area. We're heading to patrol area, so we're going to come out, go north, in the road, through this area, through this little town. Fuck knows how you pronounce that, right? Some Ching Chong town. We don't have Chan here, so we can't translate. We're going to go through there. Yeah, that bullshit place. You know, have a quick walk through there, and then just use these roads, follow all the way up around here. And we're going to go check the swamp. There's ports of mines in this swamp, so we're going to get a mine clearance through there as well. And then come down round. Down. Fire. Contact.
Sir, my team on the roof.
Get to position. North side.
North side. Gotta go north side again.
On me. Let's see if you go down there. See those fucking two towers down there? Get your guys split up on both towers over there. Okay, go.
Snack bar, you get with me in the first tower closest to us. Martin, you get the tower on the second one.
Right, Dunnington, I want you to set one of these buildings up as your CCP.
Martin, make sure you use the grenade launcher. Snack bar, I need you to direct your fire.
Sounds good, bro. Rather than going on patrol, we find ourselves on the defensive as North Korea decides to take advantage of the situation in South Korea and cross the DMZ. Because we're along the DMZ, we're going to have to face the full force of the enemy. So the team that I'm with, as well as everybody else in the 183rd, is going to be heading to the northern portion of the forward operating base where we know that the enemy is going to be coming from. Behind us, we're going to have the air units trying to get out as much of the assets that we have in this forward operating base as possible. So again, we don't lose it and have it for future missions in the event that we're overrun. And that's a very strong possibility, seeing as we're going up against the 4th largest army in the world. We do have a forward operating base closer to the rear that we could fall back to if needed, but we're still going to hold out as long as we can at this position.
Try to spot contacts, guys.
Which way you want me watching, bud?
Fire, direct fire. I want you to focus fire, bearing 10 from the buildings.
Based off of my location, I see 3 points where we could see the enemy coming from. The first of which is this town. They could hide behind the buildings, pop out at the last second. There's also this hill that's right in front of us. The crest is about 300 to 400 meters away, so if I see enemy on here, I should be able to get a good shot onto them. And then finally, off over to the right, we have a little bit of an opening. There are members of the 183rd that are off over there, but I may be able to provide support if needed.
Snack bar, contacts. Light them up, light them up.
Which direction?
Bearing 10 degrees, about 250 meters.
I see him. Those are North Koreans. You might want to pass that up. Yeah, it was that one at 340.
They're about 400 meters out.
Tibbets, those guys are going to pop back up. Yeah, bro, I got 3 belts, I think, in addition to the one that I've got in here right now. Bradley's taking more fire again.
Fire team, this may be a bit of a quiet time to let you know. I was supposed to let you know earlier, but we have 3 vehicles on base, fuel, ammo, and equipment. We need to keep those vehicles safe so that we maintain fire superiority.
Tibbet's back around 340, I think.
Reloading.
He's down.
Yeah, I'm checking around.
You may have noticed the Bradley that was driving around that was providing some support for us. When it was firing at the enemy, we could follow its tracers and know exactly where the enemy was. We see this explosion on the other side of the hill, which was the last location that we saw the Bradley. So we think it might be destroyed. That's bad news for us because now there's nothing in between the North Koreans and our forward operating base. Tibbets, we might have lost the Bradley.
Yeah, I was hoping that explosion wasn't going to be the Bradley. 1-1, this is vehicle to your right, suppress occupants,
On it. One down.
Taking rounds. Snack bar, suppress that area, bearing 340 again on that same hill. Nice, he's down. He's down.
A little bit more closer to the north, probably like 350.
Some right on the town, right on the ridge line by the town.
3 of them at 350.
I'll grab the town.
Bearing 08. Light that up, snack mode.
Tibbets, I've been hit. As the choppers come in and out of the area, picking up supplies and also getting out of dodge, they're trying to do everything they can to be able to support us, mostly through the use of the miniguns on the sides of the Blackhawks. You'll kind of hear the fire every now and again just as they're coming in. Every single time, though, that they're engaging the enemy, that's one less person that we have to take out.
Station Tibbets. So if you feel like we need it, give me a grid. Let me put some earplugs in. What? Can't hear you. You yelling? Are you yelling?
There I am.
What?
Yeah, I'm not now.
Okay, we have orders if you want to give me a grid.
Tibbets, I got more coming in from the town.
Okay, I'll relay grid references to you.
Only if it's
Where's that fire coming from, Snackle?
Bearing basically 07. Left side of that larger building.
Oh, yes. I make full mortars on that tower, on that town.
All right, go for it, dude.
One, this is 1-2 Alpha. We got a fireman.
I'm reloading, bro.
Copy.
Good.
Yeah.
Is the broken building with the white, like, grayish wall next to it?
Oh?
Is the broken building with the grayish wall?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go call it in because the mortars have an issue, so I'm up here.
Try to move a little, like 10 meters deep, just 10 meters closer towards us, because they're closer to the original one. Oh shit.
161
You alright, bro?
I'm good. Just that last shot was very close.
Martin, how are you doing in terms of health and ammo?
Took 1 round to the right arm. Landing fixed me. Break. 7 mags and 5 grenades.
Okay. Don't use that UGL until they're about, maybe I would say wait till they're about 200 meters in, just because they're a bit far away from right now.
Copy.
More guys in the city, Tibbets.
How do they have such a big army?
It's North Korea, man. 4th largest army in the world.
How? How do you feed? They don't feed.
Because they don't feed anybody else.
See him? He's knocked out. Mortar fire mission from the mortar team is coming in.
Did I get hit again?
Oh?
Oh, no, I didn't get hit again.
Taking fire, but I can't see him. It's not from the town.
I know. I'm trying to look right.
Martin, can you look to the ridgeline left, just left of the town, see if there's any fire coming from that direction where they're suppressing snack bar and I?
Yeah, I'm scanning, but I don't see nothing.
Bolden, what's up?
Hey, what's the frequency you guys are using?
52.1. Join green team. We're green team. Okay, and then now I need you to go up to that tower just over there with Martin. He's on his own.
Martin, I'm standing. Martin's been hit. Martin's been hit. Bolden, stay down and check and see how Martin's doing.
Tibbets, I got hit on the left arm there, too.
Took a round to the head.
1-1. This is 1-2.
Being shot in
1-2
the head.
Alpha. Snack bar has taken 1 hit to the shoulder, as well as Martin has taken a hit to the head.
I'm going to tourniquet this so I can keep in the fight.
Snack bar, do you need a medic?
Nah, well, I got a tourniquet right now.
Martin, do you need a medic?
Tibbets at city ×4.
Maintain fire superiority.
Off to the right a little bit, too.
Martin, do you need a medic?
Yes, send me a medic.
1-1. This is 1-2 Alpha. We need a medic on Martin's position. He's in the tower just left of us.
Hey, with this break, I'm going to take the tourniquet off.
Okay.
I'm going
I'll
to...
stay posted. You do that.
Martin, medic's on its way.
So I'm going up against 2 issues right now. The first of which is probably a little bit lower on the priority list, and that is I've been hit. I've been able to do a pretty good job at patching myself up, applying tourniquets when I needed to, so the next time our medic Dunnington is doing his rounds, I'll probably ask for his help. But the big issue is that I am running low on ammunition. There's a few things that we could do to try and keep me in the fight, but honestly, at some point soon, I'm going to have to do something to resupply my LMG.
340, 330 from Alpha.
Martin, Bolden, how are you guys holding up?
I just got hit in the arm.
Do you need a medic?
Reloading Tibbets. This is my last belt.
Third tower?
Yeah, that tower over there, back front. As well as,
He'll come by and check you guys out.
last belt.
Do you have any extra mags for him?
Yeah.
Okay,
Took another round.
we'll try and resupply.
Take another round.
Snack bar, I need you to use that last ball to press them. Martin's getting patched up, and then I'll give you some mags when they can cover up.
Sounds good. We got a lot of contacts on the hill due north from where we're at.
Some right of the town. I took another hit.
One more cut.
Snack bar, how much ammo do you have left?
This is my last belt, dude. I don't know exactly how many rounds I got, but
Okay, I'll hand, look.
Tibbets, we're taking fire to the northeast.
Try to get them down real quick.
Do not move to your left because you'll be in my line of fire.
All right, bro. Hey, I got more at the city. Do you want to switch?
Yeah.
All right.
Here, wait. Take this. Try single shot these mags.
To the north, I should be there in about 2 minutes.
But 3 mags for each.
Sounds good, bro.
Hey, Tibbets, I heard you were looking for some love.
Yeah, I got hit and so did Snack bar.
Medical. Feed. And medical. Good, sir. Can take another few rounds.
Okay.
Buddy.
Snack bar.
Hey, bro.
I hear you got some hurt.
I'm super low priority though, dude.
Everybody hurts.
Morrison and Bolden, try increase your rate of fire and
love is
suppress
so
the enemy
Okay,
because
so
right now our AR is down for a
Off you
bit.
go.
Thanks, dude.
Copy that.
Tibbets, you got some at about 050. You saw some guy at 050 running across out in the open. Do you see him now?
Yeah, I see him. Copy that.
Okay, guys, we need a resupply. We're gonna do this one at a time. Snack bar, I want you to be the first one to go since you have the biggest gun and we need to get that up and running. Top priority. After that, my grenadier Martin, I want you to go. Snack bar, let Martin know when you're back so he can go.
All right.
To the arsenal and resupply.
On my way.
Martin, Bolden, increase rate of fire so that we can compensate.
This fight is only halfway done. Once I get resupplied, I got to get back to the fight. And if we're about to get overrun, we got to get out of this position. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it right here. There'll be another video, of course, coming later on where you guys will see the other part of this mission. So make sure to subscribe if you guys have not already. You can follow me on Facebook by searching War is Hell Gaming. You can follow me on Twitter at _War is Hell. There's the Patreon as well that you guys can donate to. And of course, as I mentioned, if you want to join the 183rd, just check the description below, and I will have the link for you guys to join there. War is Hell. You don't have to worry. What's that? War fighters, I've got your 6.